we are reviewing a software engineer resume. This is a recent grad looking for their first position. They have mostly focused on the back end. They didn't tell me what kind of back end, so I don't know if it's Java, Python, or C. But they've gotten 1 to 2 interviews, and they've been searching for about a month. I'll be honest, that's not great, but it's not bad. Getting your hardest search you will ever have, and this goes across industries, not just software engineer. This goes for like nurses and actuaries, well, maybe not actuaries, and accountants and recruiters. The hardest search you will ever have is getting your first year and your foot in the door. So that's actually not that shocking to me. But let's see what we can do to maybe improve it. So as I do not know what kind of backend dev, we're going to have to see if this shows me. All right, so immediately too much bolding. There's way too much bolding in everything. This should not be bolded. It should also be, this could be 2 lines. Typically I want it in 1 line, but you had a minor in mathematics, which can be beneficial. So maybe 2 lines, but this shouldn't be bolded. This should not be bolded. And this should not be bolded. And this should not be bolded. Too many bolding. So when you bold too much stuff, nothing is bolded. Like the syndrome meme. When everyone is super, no one is super. And there's too much bolding. So, developed an entity resolution package in Python using scikit-learn. I hate this word. I hate scikit-learn the most. It's such a nightmare to say. Achieving a 30% action in processing design module pipelines. Okay, so here's the problem. This only has 2 keywords, which is Python and skikit. I don't have no idea how to actually pronounce it, but I'm going skikit. So this only has 2 keywords, and that's not great. This also should be a singular sentence. It can be a long sentence, but do not put periods in your bullet points. There should only be 1 period in your bullet point. Should be 1 sentence. So, optimized high-volume SQL queries in PL SQL, reducing records. Okay, for Python, this facilitated fraud detection. Designed ETLs, Python and pandas, lead code optimization. I'll be honest, these are kind of good bullet points. Here's why this is a really bad idea to bold everything. You bolded everything I don't care about. I care about Python. I care about scikit-learn. I care about SQL. I care about SQL. ETL maybe. It looks like you are kind of a Python dev. Also, here, you bolded security alerts and not Azure. Don't bold this stuff. It's better if it's not bolded. Look, you have over-engineered this. You are actually right in most of your keywords. This does read like a Python dev. I am missing maybe Docker or Django, which I would like you to add, but I have cloud, I have SQL, I have Python, I have a little bit of the AI, and then down here I have, that's where the cloud is, and ETL, sometimes ETL could be a keyword. So you have over-engineered this and it is hurting you. Honestly, by the time this video comes out, you may have found a job, because if they get past the terrible formatting, we have what we need here. Because I don't care about the 30% increase in accuracy or faster processing. I don't give a darn about that. I care that you used Python and skikit. I care that you used SQL and you made SQL queries. I care that you designed an ETL pipeline and you generated a report with Python and pandas. IT terms are dumb. I don't care about this part as much, but yeah, you've over-engineered it. You have the right stuff. So stop over-engineering it. Make it easier to read, because the resume that stands out is the resume that gets rejected. In the interview, you need to stand out. Stand out in the interview, but not in the resume. So yeah, I actually kind of have the keywords here, and I like that. You just bolded it. Your formatting so awful that I might have missed the things that I actually care about. So yeah, I'm even looking at my little thing. Oh, and API. I think you've missed API. That might be the thing you missed. So yeah, but it's all the way down here. So if you could put an API up here, it'd be good. But otherwise, you have basically everything I need besides Docker, Django, and API up top. Yeah. Almost good bullet points. Stop with the formatting. I could move this forward. I actually can. Even with the bad formatting, I can move it forward. But if you fix the formatting, you're going to have a way better ratio. So let's move to the next resume. And if you like this stuff, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because it helps me out. So next resume. we are reviewing a finance IB, which is investment banker, or PE, which is private equity internship. So what we're going to be looking for, and I will say right off the bat that private equity and finance is not something I've really done a ton of in my recruiting career. So let's see if we got this right. So we're looking for SQL, Python, Tableau, anything with large data, SAS. This was rare, but a Series 63 to 79 license is a bonus. This was in almost all of them, which was Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, and Word. And then specifically brag about how you got stuff done and multitask, because this is going to be kind of like a little bit like a manager resume, and that you have a lot of responsibility but no direct power to change it. So how did you, with your voice alone, or with data, or with your team, convince a stakeholder to do X, and what did it result in? So that is what I'm going to be looking at. Also, this is in Turkey. I've never recruited in Turkey, so I hope this is still accurate. So, finance and banking student with a hands-on experience building communities and publishing peer-reviewed research, fluent in 3 languages. That is really impressive. And intermediate rounded, fast learner. Okay, so I don't know if this is necessary. What I would do, though, is your formatting is off. There's too much of everything. So I would switch your education should be up top, because almost all of them did in fact require education. So they do want to know that you're currently enrolled. So your education should actually be where the experience is. And let's see, I don't know, peer reviewed should probably be under the education. So that way that they can, it shows that you're very good at that, and they know what to do. So I think it should be education up top. And then you can make this into 2 lines. I think you only need to do this in 2 lines. 2 lines. I don't actually know if you need the associates or not, because typically what they really care about is that you're currently enrolled in a bachelor. So it's very possible that you can ignore the associates, but that may just be a difference in, where we are located. So the formatting is off for sure, and it's very hard to read. Remember, you want 10.5 Arial for everything. So let's go to the actual experience, which is designed, installed, and configured laser effects and mist systems for 60 nationwide high-profile events, ensuring compliance, automated lasers, configure templates, collaborative platforming, troubleshoot challenges. Okay, so this is okay, but it's not related. So this should actually be under your projects. What is important about this, actually, no, I don't even think you should really take this, because you've only been here for like 3 to 4 months. That actually is going to look bad. So it's very possible you should just delete this whole section. And then we will have the projects, which is co-founder, lead designer. That's fine for the finance club. That's actually very good. Served as a board member, lead designer, could be distributed marketing to audience engagement, design visual assets, permanent marketing. Okay, again, I need to know more of what you did. Launched a peer-reviewed psychology magazine within 2 months, and in production, authored and published 3 peer-reviewed psych. See, this is solid, but I don't have the keywords. So remember, what I'm going to be looking for is, again, large data sets, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, Word. And I want to show how you accomplished stuff. This doesn't tell me enough. This is fine, but like, I don't know if this is exactly what they're looking for. So, yeah, I do like this. I think this is good, and it shows that you're data-driven. But I really need to show how you convince people. I think less so than leadership, it's really looking for you to convince people. So, based on what I saw, I don't think I can move forward with this. Although, again, I'm not really recruited in this space. So, but I think there's a lot of formatting issues, and the bullet points need to be bumped up. That would be my guess based on everything I have. So I don't think I can move forward with this, but you are in chat, so I can work with you on this resume. And then let's move on to the next resume. So, but if you're, they're in chat, so there's going to be a time break between this and the next video that's not going to show up on YouTube. So this is a resume of a front-end developer. Yay, you told me what kind of developer you are. That is good. So, what we're going to be what we're going to be looking for is JavaScript, React, AngularJS, HTML, CSS, PHP, and some of them want PHP, but not all of them. SQL, Scrum, Agile, RESTful APIs, SEO, WordPress, Git, Docker, Jira, React, Vue. I said React twice. I need to fix that. Vue, Next, and any extra bonus languages. So, they did not give me any any other information besides they have a ratio of 75:1, which is not good. We are one to aim at a bare minimum for 1 to 50. So let's see if this resume has these keywords and if there's anything we can do to fix it. All right. Also down here, you should have if you are a U.S. citizen or green card holder, it is beneficial to put it here along with your city and state. If not, then you can ignore that part. So front-end developer with 7 years of experience. This summary does not help. In addition, you should have your education up at top. This should be replaced with your education. And this should be no more than, this is fine. This is 2 lines. That's good. So yeah, that's good. All right. Blanks leading finance advice, sending over 2 million active users across multiple web portals. It's okay, but it's not a great sentence. Spearheaded the development of new application ground up using Next.js and TypeScript. That's okay, I guess. Implemented dynamic content rendering React. Again, React, Next.js, TypeScript. Okay, so here's my issue with this. You have 3 keywords in this entire thing, and that's the only thing I really care about. You have, okay, I'm going to say 4. CMS could be 1. So you have Next.js, you have TypeScript. In fact, TypeScript isn't even that huge of one if it's for front end. It's mainly for full stack. So you have 3.5. You have CMS, you have Next.js, and you have React. I need JavaScript. I need HTML. I need CSS. I need PHP. I need mainly those things, along with SQL, if you have it. Like you can't. So here's the thing. For software developers, you're trying to brag for a lot of this stuff, but I don't really care. Because like this sentence should be created or worked on whatever's leading financial advice platform using X, Y, Z, and do, which involve users across multiple web portals. Like you have too many numbers, right? Like it's okay to have numbers. It's okay to have percentages, but not every single bullet point needs them. And even if I look down, I only see Next.js. API is here. Yeah, where's let's see this. So JavaScript is all the way at the bottom. Okay, that's why. CSS, don't see it. HTML, don't see it. SQL, anything equal, don't see it. I mean, it's not terrible. Like you have some of the stuff I need, but where's the basics? Remember, you're not trying to show how good you are through your resume. I know that sounds weird. The resume that stands out is the resume that gets rejected. You stand out in the interview. That is where you stand out. But in the resume, you just got to put the basic facts because that's what recruiters are looking for. Just the bare bones basics. And I don't see a lot of those. Could I move forward with this? Possibly. It really depends on the hiring manager. But you have too many numbers and not enough keywords. I don't care that you did all this stuff. Some of it's okay, like architected, but like the recruiter is not going to understand that you reduced load times. The manager might, but you need to write your resume for both the manager and the recruiter. So please put in JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Yes, I know Next.js stands for JavaScript, but you still need the actual word JavaScript, HTML, CSS. If you can put in cloud, anything from cloud would be good, but primarily I'm missing JavaScript, HTML, CSS, SQL, and RESTful APIs, I think. Is there any API? Yeah, I prefer RESTful rather than Google Maps. So that's what I'm missing. Again, this would really be manager specific if I can move this forward. A lot of them would say, well, I don't see JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and I don't see X and Y, so we have to decline them. So you focus too much on the brags, but the resume is not necessarily for bragging unless you're in a high-level manager. So in addition, you're the lead front-end dev, but I didn't see anything about actually leading others, which is where you can brag. Yeah, I don't see that. So yeah, again, highly dependent on the manager. Most likely a no, but highly dependent on the manager. And the fact that you have 1 to 75 makes me believe that that's also part of the reason why it's not working is you're just missing those keywords. So let's go to the next resume. All right, this is I don't know. People need to stop doing this. They say front end or back end or full stack. You cannot have that. You need to pick a stack besides interns. If you're not an intern and you're a software developer, when I'm reviewing your resume and when you submit it, you need to pick. You cannot say, oh, I'll do whatever, because a generalized resume will always fail. Generalist resumes fail. They will never succeed. So I already know this is going to fail because you did not tell me which one you want. So, but let's see what else you're looking for. You are, yep, here it is. Your ratio is 150 plus to 1. That's why. They're looking for a new software role. I believe I'm still as a new grad as I'm looking for a job with 1 year of experience. That's kind of fair. Typically, it's 2 years as a break point. My goal is FAANG. I'm not a FAANG recruiter, which isn't a FAANG anymore. It's like McGarg or whatever. And that you can potentially go to the US. Any help is appreciated. Okay, so I think you're in Canada. Yeah, you're in Canada. So if you're looking to go from Canada to the US, in the US, you need to make sure you have a work authorization first. I'm not an immigration lawyer. I do not know what that would be. So you need to make sure you can legally work in the US before you can legally work in the US. What that would be for a Canadian, I don't know. I've heard it's actually very easy, but I don't know how it works for our neighbors up north. So, but let's at least fix the resume, and I'm going to assume that this is, a United States one. So this is fine. 2 sections. That's good. Up here, this is okay. I know you deleted that. That's fine. This doesn't help. This is not helping you because managers don't like it when you list everything. You listed Java, JavaScript, TypeScript, Python, C, C#, and SQL. That is a yellow flag, basically, and it is typically something that people do right out of college because that's where they learn all that stuff. But don't do that. Skill sections are usually not good. Also, the formatting is not great. This should be 1 line, and also it should not be bolded. But optimize payroll application, increasing employee accuracy speeds by 57%. I don't care about that. And implemented dynamic storage support, eliminating resources. I'm falling asleep, and I don't need any of that information. Created automated test fixtures using C# and SQL. Yay, that one's good. I don't know why you bolded this stuff, because it's not needed. Stop bolding everything. Collaborative with cross-functional teams. I know I say cross-functional a lot, but for software engineer, it's not really as necessary. Cross-functional is not a real keyword. For data science, it kind of is, but not for necessarily software engineering. So, test strategies, engineer, 3+ React, TypeScript, okay, jest, blah, 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 blah. Okay, here's why this resume doesn't work. A, it's a generalized resume. Generalized resumes do not work. You need to pick a stack. Pick a stack, front end, back end, or full stack. The keywords for each of those are different. And in all of this, right, all of this, I have seen 1 keyword, 2 keyword, 3 keyword, 4 keyword, 5 keyword, 6 keyword, 7 keywords. Except they're not the right one, because if you're doing C#, you may want .NET or something else involving Microsoft. If you're doing TypeScript, you want JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. If you're doing the React is fine though. Azure is fine. So yeah, none of your keywords work. This is too broad. You cannot have a broad resume. It never works. I've never seen a generalized resume work. You need to pick one. You cannot just say, yeah, I'll be front end or back end or full stack, because right now you have like a quarter of the keys for each of them, and none of them are going to work. The React is fine. The API is fine. And here you have Java too. Kafka, there's just not enough. Projects, there's too much bolding. I cannot find it. So yeah, this resume would not pass because you do not have enough to meet any of them. It would not pass for full stack, front end, or back end. That's why you need to be specific. If you want, you can have 3 resumes. That's fine. Use 1 for full, 1 for front, 1 for back. But I don't have the keywords for those because they're different. I could not move forward with this. It does not work, regardless of FAANG, because again, I'm not a FAANG recruiter. You also bolded too much, so your formatting is a little bit off, and you bolded too much, and you don't have the right keywords. So this is a rejection for me, but I don't think it's going to take you an incredible amount of time to fix it. So please resubmit, fix it, make it clearer. Remember, a boring resume is best. I know that doesn't sound right, but the more basic it is, the better. You do not stand out for your resume. You stand out in the interview. The interview, you need to shine like a diamond in the sun. Thank you, Rihanna. But not in the resume. In the resume that sticks out gets rejected. So let's move to the next resume. For the final resume of this video, we have an admin assistant. So they have a 100-to-1 ratio, which is not good. They should be getting more than that as an admin assistant. They are applying to similarly worded titles such as clerical assistant and executive assistant. Yes, those are similar. I will say there's a couple of keywords that are different. Executive assistant is going to have calendars and calendar management as a keyword that admin assistant may not have. But they're only applying to jobs they think they have experience in. Okay, so as an admin assistant, you're going to need the following. You're going to need either a high school diploma or a degree or an associate. Some of them ask for them. It's going to vary, so just make sure you have the education there. Then we are going to need MS Office, Word, Excel, Outlook, customer service, Zoom and Teams, and more particularly multitasking and time management. They want to know how you can handle a lot of stuff, especially under pressure. And bilingual, if you're a bonus. And a lot of them did make sure they had a valid driver's license. So you don't need to put your whole license on there. That's kind of weird. You can just say valid driver's license, right? That's fine. Detail and accuracy. So what we're going to be looking for is you've used software that is common in corporate, which is going to be Word, Excel, Outlook, PowerPoint, PDF. We're also going to make sure that you can do multiple tasks under a time constraint and to make sure that you have a lot of accuracy, especially in spelling. So in a lot of other resumes, there are spelling errors, but it's not a huge deal, right? Like if you're a software engineer, maybe you misspell something, it's going to happen. I've usually not seen it held against them, but in an admin assistant role, that could be an instant disqualification. So your spelling needs to be impeccable and you need to have somebody else peer review this afterwards. So your formatting is off. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. But Lee, you said deadlines and adaptability is important. Yes, but you need to show me. You cannot tell me. This is a problem with all of these things. Key skills are only really for hard skills. You cannot really do this for soft skills. So this entire section of your resume is largely wasted. And then your education, certs, high school here. Yeah, I do need to see your education, right? It's okay to just put up top, just put education real quick. Your bolding is off, so the formatting's off. But let's look at the actual bullet points here. So it already fails on a formatting perspective, but bullet points maybe. This should be one line. Complete registration and eligibility on non-central scheduled patients, research patients. Okay, don't care. Insert incoming calls for registration and use work list to ensure all criteria complete for the patient arrives for appointment. This is okay, but I need to know how. Remember, it's what, which is the keyword or qualification, how, which is how you did it, and why you did it. Right here, this does not tell me the what. I don't know what keywords you use for this. You could just say, answered incoming calls while entering data into Word, Excel, or Outlook so before the patient arrives. That would be a good sentence. Right now, it's nothing. Enter insurance information obtained. Okay, again, what did you use to enter it? Correct. Entered did you mean corrected? Also, everything should be past tense. Even if you still work there, everything needs to be past tense. Work queues, electronic, quality control, epic system. Epic system, that can be one. Accuracy. This is a fine sentence, but no one's going to go all the way down here. Yeah, you have a formatting and bullet points issue. I don't think they're going to really know what SQL is for this type of role, I'll be honest. Also, you've only there for like less than a year. And the timeline is off. If anything, you may want to just delete this. I would just delete this. It's actually more confusing than anything. Data information, data question for executive management, that's fine. Yeah, there's no way this would pass. The formatting's off. This should be deleted. And again, I need to see this. I need to see this. I need to see what, which is that keyword up there. I need to see how, which is how you used it, and why you used it. So I don't want to see correct information. I want to say clients would call me on the phone, and while they were speaking, I was entering their information into Word, Excel, and that, so that by the time they arrived, they would have a faster time or something. That's how I want you to write that. Right now, this is why you've gotten 100 to 1, is there's nothing here that really works. Use my format, and truthfully, you probably need to just delete all of this and redo it. Because I don't see almost anything here I need. Yeah, because like no one's going to go this far down. It's okay to have the lengthy resume, but again, I need the most important part of your resume is the first half. So this kind of fails on all points. I wish I had a better thing to say than that, but it just kind of does. You need better bullet points, you need better formatting, and That's basically all there is to it. But like with your experience, you should be getting more interviews. It's specifically because of your resume, because this is strong actual experience. I really like a lot of this. And honestly, I don't know if you need the business analyst stuff. Like if you're applying for clerical things, just delete this. It makes your experience look better too, because it makes the timeline better. So yeah, that I need better bullet points. I need better formatting, and I need you to delete these business analyst positions. So that's it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if this helped you out, and I will see you all on the next video.